old in primary 4, and I contested for the class rep. There were 3 boys contesting alongside me. We had equal popularity, at least so I thought. I was the brightest student, first position throughout. But for some reason, my class teacher rigged the election, kind of like what we see in Nigeria, right? Eventually, I found out that the reason why she rigged it was simple. She believed that girls are not suitable for leadership positions, that in a class of 25, this little girl, Joan, with her squeaky voice, is not good enough to command the attention of a classroom. It's not good enough to be the one writing the names of noisemakers. It's not good enough to be a leader. That realization changed something in me. Because I know deep inside me, between me and those 2 other boys, there's not a lot of differences. Whatever they can do, I can do, and even better. As long as I put my mind to it, there's really no difference. But after a while, I realized that the society does think that there's a difference. And I set out to change that notion. Junior secondary school passed, senior secondary school passed. There weren't a lot of opportunities for me to show what I could do with my voice. So I waited. I bided my time until I got into the university. In my first year, I discovered the debate club. It was an amazing place where like-minded individuals come together and genuinely they argue for 7 minutes. It was like they enjoyed the art of arguing. And when I got there, that was the only thing that interested me. The fact that you could give somebody a specific motion and just give them 15 minutes and they are ready to speak. No preparation, no 2 weeks of thinking about the motion, there on the spot. So I enjoyed this. I stayed within the club, I practiced with them, and I grew within the club. Eventually, a spot opened up to become the president. And unfortunately, they weren't having elections. It was an appointment-based system. So I knew that there was only one thing I had to do. I didn't need to convince the multitude of people that I was the right person. I didn't need to convince people like my primary school teacher who did not believe that I was good enough simply because of my gender. All I had to do was prove that I was intellectually sound enough to get this position and solve the problems that the debate union was facing. And so I did. During the appointment season, I turned out and I was appointed as the president. I'll tell you one thing. They say heavy is the head that wears the crown. But to be honest, until you wear that crown, you'll never know how heavy it genuinely is. You see, when people talk about leadership, they think it's just about wearing a fancy title. The one thing I've learned from being president is that you must put yourself last on every single list. Not just on physical lists, but even when it is time to do things like collect awards, do things like speak up, do things that other people are not ready to do. See, leadership for me has been a race, but not a race to finish first. It's been a race to show how much I can prove that I am able to do certain things. Leadership to me is not just about bearing a fancy title. It's about being humble enough, having the courage to take the seat that nobody wants. I'm going to use my voice the same way I have done for the past 2 years as president, to speak up about things that nobody else wants to talk about, just to ensure that my club, my union, gets to where it is supposed to be. And proudly, we are the only university in Africa that has consecutively won the Commonwealth Universities